Emily sat alone at the small Christmas cafe table, her red dress glowing under the warm lights. She had been waiting 40 minutes for her blind date, checking her phone repeatedly. Each passing minute hurt more. Eventually, she realized the truth. He wasn't coming. She had been rejected again. The festive crowd around her laughed, exchanged gifts, and clinked cups of hot chocolate, but she felt invisible. Her chest tightened with embarrassment. She grabbed her purse, ready to leave, when a soft tug on her coat stopped her. She turned and saw two identical little girls staring up at her. Both wore matching red sweaters, sparkly boots, and tiny Santa hats. One shyly held a cookie, the other hugged a stuffed reindeer. "Miss, are you alone?" one twin asked softly. Emily forced a smile. "Yes, sweetheart, but I'm okay." The girls exchanged glances, then the bolder one stepped forward. "Can you sit with us, please?" the brave twin whispered. Confused, Emily looked around. At a nearby table sat a tall man in a navy coat, watching the girls anxiously. His eyes were tired but kind. When he noticed Emily looking, he stood and approached, apologizing gently for the girl's boldness. "I'm Daniel," he said, rubbing the back of his neck. "They usually don't talk to strangers, but today's different." The twins ran back to him and tugged his sleeves. "Daddy, she looks sad. Can she have Christmas with us?" Emily froze. "Daddy?" The twins smiled at her hopefully. Daniel sighed softly, bending down to the girls. "You can't just ask someone that." Then he looked at Emily, embarrassed. "I'm sorry. Their mother passed 2 years ago. Christmas is hard. They don't like seeing people alone." His voice cracked slightly. Emily's heart warmed. "It's okay. I don't mind." Daniel hesitated, then gestured toward their table. "Would you like to join us?" "No pressure." Emily glanced at her untouched cocoa and her empty evening. Something inside whispered yes. She followed them, and the twins immediately pulled out a chair for her, smiling like they'd known her forever. The girls introduced themselves, Lily and Lila, talking nonstop about ornaments, cookies, and their school play. Emily felt herself laughing for the first time that night. Daniel watched quietly, grateful. Every now and then their eyes met, and something warm flickered between them, like a tiny Christmas light turning on. During a lull in conversation, Daniel asked gently, "Was someone supposed to meet you tonight?" Emily hesitated. "A blind date. He never showed." Daniel's jaw tightened. "He's an idiot." She chuckled. "Maybe the universe knew I needed better company." The twins nodded vigorously in agreement. The twins whispered to each other, then climbed down from their chairs and came to Emily. "We want to show you something," Lily said. They led her to the cafe's Christmas tree. "Make a wish," Lila said, handing her a tiny silver ribbon. Emily closed her eyes and tied it carefully. She wished, not for love, but for belonging, warmth, and a family-like feeling she had forgotten. When she opened her eyes, Daniel stood behind her with steaming cups of cocoa. "The girls adore you," he said quietly. "They usually hide behind me." Emily smiled. "They're impossible not to adore." They returned to the table, where the twins had drawn a picture. 4 figures holding hands, Daniel, the twins, and a woman with long hair that looked suspiciously like Emily. Emily felt her breath catch. "Girls," Daniel whispered in surprise. Lily shrugged. "She looks like a mom." Emily's throat tightened. Daniel looked horrified. "I am so sorry. They don't understand boundaries yet." Emily touched his arm lightly. "It's okay, really." Her touch froze him. For a moment, neither spoke. The cafe lights twinkled, music played softly, and the world felt strangely right. The evening stretched long and warm. They talked about movies, childhood traditions, and their favorite holiday foods. Daniel confessed he barely managed Christmas alone. Emily admitted she often spent holidays by herself. "Maybe we're meant to fix each other's Christmas this year," she joked. He actually blushed. When it was time to leave, the twins grabbed Emily's hands. "Can we walk with you?" Lila asked. Daniel opened his mouth to refuse, but Emily nodded. Outside, snowflakes drifted gently, covering the street in a magical glow. The twins skipped ahead, laughing and letting snowflakes fall on their tongues. Daniel walked beside Emily. "I haven't seen them this happy in a long time," he said quietly. Emily watched the girls play. "They're wonderful." He paused. "So are you. Tonight, you made us feel like a family again." Emily blinked back unexpected tears. "You made my night, too." When they reached her street, the girls hugged her tightly. "Will you see us again?" Lily whispered. Emily looked at Daniel. His expression was nervous, hopeful. "Only if your dad doesn't mind," she teased. Daniel exhaled in relief. "I'd really like that." Before letting go, Lila tugged Emily's coat and whispered the same words that had startled her all night. "Will you be our mom someday?" Emily froze, overwhelmed. Daniel hurried forward, embarrassed. "Girls, you can't say that." But Emily crouched down, smiled tenderly, and kissed their foreheads. "I can't promise anything," she whispered gently, "but I'd love to be part of your lives, if your dad agrees." Daniel's eyes softened, full of emotion he'd tried to hide. The twins squealed and danced in the snow, convinced their Christmas wish had already come true. As Emily waved goodbye and walked toward her apartment, Daniel called after her. "Emily!" She turned. He stepped closer. "Thank you for giving us a Christmas we'll never forget." She smiled. "Thank you for saving mine." Snow fell softly between them, two lonely hearts finally finding warmth.